Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Evan B, broadcasting live from the Butt Cave, and tonight I'm bringing you another episode in my NERF Thrifting series. That being said, long time no see, guys. It's been 2 weeks since I've put up any NERF Thrifting, and I have done quite a bit of thrifting in that time. If you're following the Evan B Facebook page, or if you also watch the YouTube stuff that Brando NERF does, Fowler does, about 2 weeks ago, coming on Sunday, me and him did a kind of a NERF thrifting pilgrimage. We hit 12 thrift stores, a small locally run toy shop, and a flea market all in one day. And we came up with a huge chunk of a haul from that one Sunday experience. A good portion of that he's shown in his NERF thrifting video that he did earlier this week. The other portion of that will be kind of included in my NERF thrifting for this week. Another thing to, I guess, mention is that my wife, and I posted a video about this last Friday. My wife had shoulder surgery and has been recouping this week, and so that's why I haven't really gotten to. I haven't really posted anything this week. It's been very busy. I've been, on top of work and fatherhood and all that kind of stuff. I've also been taken care of and kind of helping a ailing and a convalescing wife. So that being said, I apologize for not having any content for you guys to view. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and in fact, the channel has kind of grown as I haven't been paying attention to it this week. We're over 800 subscribers now, so thank you guys very, very, very much for that. And I guess without further ado, we'll go ahead and just crack on into this. I guess before I start in the thrifting thing, I did want to. I got a piece of surprise fan mail today. This comes from Brando, who is a member of the Evan B NERF Facebook group, and he also does some thrifting videos of his own. And he let me know a couple days that something was coming, but I have no idea what's in this package. So I figure when I came home tonight and this was sitting on the doorstep, I would open it up with you guys so you could see what's in it too. So without further ado, it looks like we've got a kind of a jelly floppy NERF Frisbee, which is super duper cool. That is awesome. And we have a, looks like brand new, kid-sized Stormtrooper hat, which my daughter will absolutely be gaga for. And we've also got a note. Hey man, seen this at the Goodwill and thought of the dog blaster video you made. Oh, that must be a NERF. That must be a NERF dog Frisbee. Oh, and threw in a hat for you as well to add to your collection. NERF on Brando. Hey Brando, thank you so much. I will put a link in the description of his channel and maybe one of his thrifting videos. He does some pretty cool stuff and has definitely made some sweet scores lately. That I really have enjoyed watching. My Lord of the Rings music is a little loud. I decided I was going to play Return of the King in the background, or at least the soundtrack to Return of the King, because, Thrifting King returns. Alright, so without further ado, we'll just go ahead and crack into the thrifting. I've got a big pile of stuff here, so we got plenty to get through, and let's just go ahead and whale into it. This is like I said, partially from the Fowler trip, but also from other thrifting that I have done in the interim in the last 2 weeks. It's all kind of mixed together, so I don't know what's what. I will say that the majority of this came from the Fowler trip. Because of my wife being laid up, I haven't really had an opportunity to do as much thrifting as I normally do. So that being said, there's definitely a nice pile. Starting off with a yellow N Strike Maverick. We all know them, we all love them. There are several of those throughout. I've got kind of some bags, so we will just crack into it. I've got a couple Vulcan turrets, or tripods. Those are pretty sweet. Definitely can't ever have too many of those. I have this vintage. It's a Nerf blaster. I believe it says 1992 on the date, and I can't remember where I saw the date, but somewhere on here I thought it said 1992. But I can't remember what the name of this is, but essentially it is the predecessor to the Buzzsaw. I don't know if I got it rubbed up enough. So that's pretty cool. The pre-Buzzsaw. I got one of these Ultra X pistols. I got a Spring Donor 6. I've got a fun, like pooper ball kind of thing. I think this is one of the Hog Wild ones. Woohoo! Snap! That was fun. A blue flavored Maverick that I paid $1.99 for, which is the absolute most I will pay for a Maverick. It's maybe possible that I didn't pay $1.99 for this because it may have been a Goodwill outlet find, but yeah, I like the blue Mavericks. I like Mavericks. I have a bit of Mavericks going. So. We got another baggie here. Let's see what's in store. Oh yeah. So I guess I can test my theory that this is a Hog Wild thing. I have a green Scout, which this is the Scout that came with the Scout Tech Target set. It had a one of those target games that came with it. Originally, the Scout was part of the Unity 3-in-1 system, so it would have been a Titan, a Hornet, and this guy. That was originally in a red color, but after the popularity of the Scout from that system, or the popularity of that system, they released those blasters separately. The Hornet was released separately. Also, the Scout was released separately, and it came in N-Strike yellow. It came. The original one was red, and there may have been a fourth, but it also came in this this color scheme that came with the Tech Target set. So pretty sweet. I already have one of those, but it's nice to have another. Joel. Here's another one of those. Here's a Nerf ball. Where'd that last one go? Because that would be good for that. This is one of those Hog Wild Piggy Poppers. I got one of these for my daughter for Christmas, and she really likes it. And basically what you do is you push one of these balls into its snoot, and then you push on its belly, and kablooski. But I think, if my guesstimation is correct, this is the same company, and it is indeed. These balls are the same size. So this is a Hog Wild blaster. I don't see any marking on it to denote it as such, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that was sold at like Books A Million and stuff like that. But cool, yeah, so Hog Wild Piggy Pooper. I have several of those. I've shown lots of them on my thrifting trips. Looks like we have a big bad bow arrow here. Super sweet. And interesting, this, I have no idea what it is. It reminds me a lot of a blazing bow. It's missing whatever it initially held, or whatever held, and maybe actually, now that I'm seeing it, it may hold one of these balls, but no, that's not going to do it, but maybe it'll. But essentially, this works the same as a blazing bow. It's got a pullback retractable thing here, spring plunger, a pullback plunger on a spring, and it has this kind of collapsible, almost like compound bow arms, and you yank, you pull. It's got a really, really beefy spring in it, and the only wording on the blaster is it says made in China. There's spots here for strings to be attached, and I don't know what may be missing from the front here. I assume that this did not fire balls. It probably had some kind of dually to fire arrows of some kind. But if you know what this guy is, this camouflage bow, please let me know, because I have no clue. I thought it was cool though, and it was at the Goodwill outlet, so it was basically nothing. Alright, Yellow Flavor N-Strike Maverick. I think everyone's taken to calling these the Tech 4s, but essentially the spring donor Busby pistol. I got another Mega Thunder Bow. I think it's hilarious that I keep finding these. This is, I think, my second or third one. But, I mean, this is a pretty expensive blaster that's still in stores. Now, it does not function super well, but, you know, for being so pricey, and I think for a kid, it would be way more fun than it is for an adult. It's pretty beefy in size, so that, I mean, as far as if I was going to use a bow, I guess I would use this one, although I probably would be more likely to go for, like, the old bow and arrow if I had one. I don't have one. I wish I had one. That was my first Nerf blaster, and I have been looking all over for them. I may finally break down and just eBay one, but yeah, you know, I can see this being kind of practical for an adult, but yeah, it just blows me away that a blaster this new keeps showing up in thrift stores. I mean, aside from the fact that its performance is pretty meh. All right, Yellow Night Finder. Another one of these kind of random Busby blasters that have the really nice spring. I buy this kind of stuff literally as spring donors. I've been taken to buying those Exploders blasters too lately, and I don't even show those in my thrifting videos because literally, like, I don't want them taking up space in my collection, so I rip them apart, throw away the shells. I keep the skirting off the end of the plunger rod, I keep the plunger tubes on some of them, and I keep the springs, and that's it. Everything else gets tossed out. I guess I saved some of the screws in a couple of them, but they're not really... yeah, I won't explain everything. I got an AirTech 3000. It's kind of nice to add to my AirTech collection. I've got a lot of these. I don't have any of the... I'm thinking Supermax darts, but yeah, I like these. This one's fully functional. I put a dart in it earlier and was shooting it outside, so I know it works. It fires from the bottom turn. It rotates when you start pumping it up. In between each shot, the fluid fills and disappears once you fire it. So kind of nice to see a AirTech 3000 in this good a shape. I got a crossbolt. It functions. I didn't have one. I don't like them. It came with a 12-round clip. This was one that came from our me and Fowler's thrifting trip. I know that that's where this one came from. I'm not a fan. I'm not really going to get into too much why, but I do think that it's... I'm not a huge fan of the blaster. I think that it's incredibly impractical, like a bullpup style stringer. I'm sure there's people that love this blaster, and there's going to be people that are kind of butthurt that I said that I don't like it, but I don't like it. It's really complicated. It's got 2 jam doors on it. Could it get great performance? I don't know. I'm not willing to put the time and effort into really exploring this blaster much. Mostly I got it because I think my son liked it. I got a blue flavored tactical vest. Got several of those. I got one of these Boomco Whip Blasts. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Which you cock like that and rock and roll. I always ignored Boomco stuff, but Walcom, man, me and him had a conversation. Actually, it was one of the first times me and him ever talked on the phone. He was so enthusiastic about Boomco stuff that I started paying attention to it, and yeah, he got me hooked. I play with Boomco stuff now, or at least pick it up thrifting. I've got a Halo pistol that the Space Marine pistol, or whatever. I don't play Halo, so I don't know. the M16 or M6 or whatever it's called. I also got a couple other Brando pistols, but I got that too, that I'm going to do a review for you guys one of these days, because basically on his recommendation. He also, I also found this. I think this is called a Far Shot, and these are kind of cool. I have a handful of these. I did not have one that had this like shield attachment thing, so that's kind of cool to have it intact. It's got like a rail attachment. I guess I never really paid attention to Brando having these kind of rail attachments to them. The other one I got is this little guy, and it's like, it reminds me of like the noisy cricket from Men in Black. I think the locks in these Brando pistols are kind of weird because they literally will not fire at all unless there's a dart loaded in it, which is probably good so you're not dry firing your blaster, but then again, I don't know. It is what it is. Safety features. What do I got next? You got a recon barrel attachment. I got for 69 cents. Another one of these vintage ball blasters. This one does not work either. Apparently, I guess I didn't even test it. But I get them because I really love the way this vintage stuff looks, and I'm planning on making pieces of cover out of these kind of vintage blasters in the future. These and reactors for a future project. I'm going to make some pieces of cover. I won't really get into what that project is now, but suffice to say that it will be sweet. I found a bundle of these old school bow and arrows, which really, really fuels my desire to get a bow and arrow, because now I have a ton of ammunition for them. So if you guys got a lead on a cheap bow and arrow, let me know. But anyway, I paid 69 cents for this bundle of them, and they're probably in, at least some of them, ruined because they've been packing tape together, and I was a big dummy and just threw them in the backseat of my car and forgot to take them apart. I meant to. Looks like we got a couple in okay shape. The fins maybe need, there's a good one. Nice arrow. So these are cool. These are obviously longer and a little skinnier than the big bad bow arrows, but they will fire from regular bows. In fact, what do I got here? I got another one of these Arizona crossbows, and we'll load one onto that. This probably won't work super well, but it'll work well enough. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, there's Arizona crossbow, a whole bunch of these NERF arrows that I'm going to have to do some repair work to. As I unpack and tape this in front of you guys. Super sweet. This one doesn't have any fins at all. It's just like... Here's one that has a fin. Anyway, even if there's... Looks like we've got 3 decent complete ones. I guess I will pillage some fins from some to repair the others, and basically turn those into as many full arrows as I can for the day when I do find a bow and arrow. Here is a Switch Shop EX3. This is that Wii blaster. I've got a ton of these. This one I know I found 2 of these at the Goodwill outlet the day that me and Fowler were thrifting together, and he took one home, and I have this one. Here's a Raider. None of the accessories, but it functions. Another Raider. None of the accessories. And it looks like this one does not function completely. Through jam. It's not priming all the way. I don't know. I'll have to get into the guts of that one. Another yellow night finder. We got a Tech 10. We got an 18 mag. We got a yellow Maverick. We got a Sonic Series green Maverick. Ooh, that's in really, really nice shape. I love this. My Maverick collection is hilarious, but it's these kind of ultimate colored Mavericks that keep me in the Maverick game. I got a Stampede bipod, which I did not have one of. So now I really do have a complete Stampede. I only have one, but I have the shield. I have a bunch of these original Stampede 18 round clips, and I now have this guy. So that's pretty sweet. I got a marshmallow blowgun. Buddha Buddha. Working into some Vortex stuff. I got this here Proton. Pretty swell. I've talked plenty about the Protons in the past. I love the way they look. I know they don't function great. And again, I don't think that they function that poorly now that I've messed around with them enough. I found one of these Vortex, what is this called? The Pyragon with its drum. So I've got like, I think 3 or 4 Pyragons now and 3 or 4 drums. I have a drum for each Pyragon that I have. So that's pretty swell. Fun Uncle will be jealous of that. Here's another yellow N Strike Maverick. Here is one of the orange long shot scopes from the Zombie Strike, the Z Squad long shot. I don't have one of those, and I just cannot, because I have so many complete long shots, I just can't bring myself to spend the $40 to buy one of the new ones, the Zombie Strike ones. But I did really like this scope, and so it's pretty sweet that I found one of these independent of the blaster. I could care less about the teal long shot. I have tons of long shots. I just really wanted this scope. This will probably go on the Fowler Prowler, just because it's an all orange blaster and I think it'll look cool. Wet my whistle. I got this dumb poof rocket launcher that barely functions apparently. I have a ton of these rockets actually. I cleared out an Ollie's one time. They had a bunch of packs of those. Some more random arrows. I think this is an Arizona one. This is definitely a Nerf one. Oh, I got a little stack of arrows going over here. A couple modulus attachments. Little front barrel and a front grip. Do I have something handy that these could attach to that will look cool? Here, retaliator. I found this retaliator. So, there. Oh, this doesn't look like it's priming either. It's a 18 round clip that I found that has the clip doubler on it. Yeah, this retaliator does not look like it's functioning, but maybe we can explore that together. I don't know, this must have that problem that retaliators get where that little tabby do sticks up and doesn't let it prime all the way. But, you know, no harm, no foul. Retaliators are fun to work on, so I got no problem opening this one up at some point. I should set some of these broken blasters aside so I don't misplace them. Yeah, 18 round clip. Another Raider. And that one's functioning. Sweet. I think I've mentioned before, Raider's the first blaster that I ever put an Orange Mod Works kit in, so that I have a real soft spot. Spring Donor 6. Mega Tommy 20. This does work. I cannibalized it for some batteries for my Xbox controller at work, but it does work. I've got a couple 20s in different color flavors. These are, like, I know a lot of people don't like them. Fowler really doesn't like it. Excuse me, this blaster, but I do like the extendable stock on this. It makes for, as far as adults go, a comfortable-ish blaster. You can't really push too hard on it or it collapses, but you know, I guess if you put like a screw in there, you could secure it. I got one of these Airzone double barrel shotguns. I had never seen one of these before. I really like it. It didn't have, I don't know if this takes shells to, I assume it probably does because this seems like way more big to fit a dart into. But it essentially it primes this way and fires like yay. And it just seems like super powerful. It's got such a nice like stiff draw. And a nice little punch to it. I bought this one for 69 cents. I love the goofy colors, and I feel like I've seen in some other Nerf YouTuber has a bunch of these hanging on their wall. I can't remember who, but I don't know. When I saw it, I thought of that video and like, well, if that person's got a bunch of them, they might be good for something. So I'll have to do a little more research, but it's something I didn't have, and it's fun colors. So. Rebel squirt gun, some more of those X-Shot pistols, another flavor. It's my Hyperfire, orange dart tag Hyperfire, not the new one coming out obviously. And that you guys are hilarious with that joke on the internet. It's not getting old at all. Here's an Airzone blaster that. Not only shoots darts, but shoots the little foam discs. Fallon got one of these too. We both got one. Anything that we found doubles of, he took one, I took one. Orange flavored Fire Strike with a working light. Almost complete recon. In fact, here's the recon light, so it looks like we're just missing the sight. Does the light work? Who knows? It doesn't. It probably just needs batteries. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I think this is the one that the kids sent me last week, and I just no. I found this one. I now have two of these old school ones that have the old school kind of plunger style with these. The pre-recall recon, we'll call it. So that's pretty sweet. Another yellow Maverick. Recon stock. My fave and yours, and with a bent up freaking arrow. Big Bad Boski. Oh, that was dumb. But yeah, everybody loves the Big Bad Bow, and I am no exception to that. So always stoked to find another one. Looks like we're missing the holder, but that's all right. When I mod these, all that gets chopped off. Yay! Actually, in fact, I got this one. There's a guy who owns a local toy shop, and when me and Fowler were out hunting, I was like, man, let's stop into this. He's not open very often on Sundays, but I thought he's got a nice, pretty decent sized Nerf collection, and I have him setting Big Bad Bows aside for me when they come in, or when he finds them in his various thriftings and estate sales and stuff. When he finds Big Bad Bows, he sets them aside, and I get them from him for $10 a piece, and which I think is a decent deal because I'm stockpiling Big Bad Bows. Again, for that same project that I will not speak of right now, but suffice to say, there's a ton of modded Big Bad Bows in my house. Hornet clip, which is I've been wondering where this went because I want to put it in my rig. So nice, good thrifting score there. Strizong on. Rebel bow and arrow. All right, we're still recording. another plunger gun. Is this one of the same? It is indeed. Toots my goats, one of these kinds. So that's pretty cool. Can I put one of these balls in here? One to me. Close says me. Nice. Here's Cougar. That was loaded apparently. And I know I said I didn't like them, but I did find another crossbolt, and it had a pretty serious jam, and I fixed that jam, and so I bought this one. Although it seems like it's not working on me either, but maybe they have to have a clip in them. I don't know anything about this blaster. I think it's designed really poorly, and this one's going to be a shell integration. Because I do like bullpup blasters. Swarm fire! This was definitely found the day that me and Fowler did our thing, and he already had a couple swarm fires, and the only swarm fire I had was missing its battery door. So now I've got a complete one, and that one that is missing its battery door, because of Mr. Michael Glenn and our shenanigans playing with a swarm fire one night. I'm going to use that missing battery door swarm fire for integration. That's going to be stupid and hilarious, but yeah, this one needs batteries, but it does work. It had some juice in it when I first got it, and so I know it functions, but the batteries are dead now. 2 weeks of being in my car, it gets played with a lot. Cougar clip. Here is a unopened package of Busby darts that I got for $3. Here is $1.99 NERF Supermax 3000. That totally works. I played with it in the store, and it's got a little delay in the pump trigger, but it fires, so that's sweet. And yeah, in that same thrifting bag, I forgot, I got these hilarious nerd socks, because I am in fact a nerd. Tech target for that butt range. I think this one works. Tell me, girl. Shh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Incoming
Oh.
missile zone 1.
Game 2?
Zone 2.
Oh, girl, I love the way you talk. Vulcan chain. Oh, what's in this baggie? Oh, this looks like an assortment of random darts. We got some Vortex discs. We've got some those X-Shot guys. Looks like some whistlers, some other whistlers, whistlers. Busby dart, or old school Nerf dart. Never tell. Some mega darts. Here's a string line. Anyway, you get the picture. Here's some camo whistlers. Those are kind of cool. I should set those aside. I want to fill something up with those. Yeah, just random baggie of darts. Another deploy. You guys can make fun of me all you want. I love the deploy. It's so bad. Da-na-na-na. Mrs. Money Penny. Let's put a little light on the situation. That was a really, really bad Sean Connery. Whatever, guys. I like to see your best Sean Connery impressions. Probably somebody you're too young to even know Sean Connery. Ooh, forgot all about these. Here's some purple Rebel. Looks like I paid 69 cents for this pair of Rebel eyewear. The eyewear collection continues to grow, which I think is a good, because obviously eye protection for all, safety first. That blaster that I never can remember the name, and so we just call it the Dart Tag Reflex. The extrusion or something, I can't remember what it's called. Looks like this one is not functioning super well, or maybe it's just that dart sucks. Yeah, it's a little better. There. So yeah, just as long as you don't use poopy darts, it works fine. Here is TTP. This is one of the ones that's barreled to shoot normal size darts. It's not the old school one, so it'll fire streamlines or whistlers or elites. I like these pistols a lot. Outside of the Hammer Shot, Sweet Revenge 5x5, Hot Shot, Blaze Fire, whatever you want to call it. These are my favorite sidearms. I just think they got a nice punch to them, stock, and with a little modification, they can really kick some booty. And last but not least, and this is super sweet. I have been wanting one of these for my collection for a while, ever since Rob said this is his primary. But this is a Revonix 360. I really like the action on this blaster. It uses a internal kind of drum or rotating drum that you can load discs into and fire off. And what's really cool about this blaster is as you play, it's really easy to just stuff more discs in here and top it off. I can totally see why, with a decent stock on this, why somebody would use this as a primary. And maybe they don't even play with a stock on it, but I mean, I know I would personally. I think this is a complicated blaster, and as far as its action, you put these you put these discs in through the side, horizontally, or I guess vertically, slide them in here, and when you prime the blaster, those discs are getting flipped this way. So it seems like a lot of stuff going on to get that disc to then get into the priming and firing portion of the blaster. But they work really well. It fires really well. I can totally see why Mr. Lear is into this. I don't know. I didn't have one. I'm glad I have one now. I'm gonna figure out putting a sweet stock on it. I need to dig out something and paint it the proper color. Or hopefully I'll find one of those white Super Soaker stocks. I think that would look really, really good on this. And I think that is the ball game. I'm messing up my background. Yeah, that's the ball game, guys. We made it. What else do we have? A couple things. Evan B. Nerf, the Facebook group, is growing daily. It's become a really, really fun place, guys. So if you are Facebook users, I highly encourage you to come join the conversation over at it's facebook.com/groups/Evan B. Nerf, and we've got, I think we're getting on close to 150 members, and just it's seriously the sweetest group of guys and girls. And I just did a demographics thing the other day where the age range is literally from like 12, 13, 17, so like teenagers all the way up into dudes in their 40s. So I know that sounds kind of creepy, but it's really not. It's a very wholesome and innocent. A lot of parents, and a lot of good stuff going on. Not a very atypical of your Reddit groups or forums or Facebook groups where people are just total butt bags. Very supportive, very friendly, very inviting. It's the misfits of the Nerf community, man. Like and we all get along really well. So I highly invite you to come join. On that page, I just got a rundown of these Evan B. Nerf tactical patches. These are going to be available. I just did a small run. I'm going to do a larger run here real soon, and these will be available exclusively to members of the Evan B. Nerf Facebook group. So if you want the opportunity to get one of these patches, go join that group. Other than that, I've got a kind of an interesting thing coming up this week, and I will explain more about it on the Facebook group, but essentially I'm doing a week of hammers. I've got several Hammer Prime blasters, and in fact it's, I don't know, I think it's all of the Hammer Prime blasters. I have a minted box 5x5, a 4 Victory, a double strike. I have a Lawbringer Persuader. I have I say 4 Victory, a Hammer Shot, and I also have a kind of off-brand Magnum copy. But all these Hammer Prime blasters. And so I'm going to do an unboxing review of Hammer Prime blasters every day this coming week for the channel to kind of make up for lost time and lost content with you guys. So join me for the week of hammers. I'm going to start that Sunday night. And other than that, hey, thanks for sticking with me, guys. This has been real fun. It's nice to be back. It's nice to have this hilarious pile of Nerf blasters around me. And yeah, it's been a minute. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this is Evan B saying peace and hair grease. Please, please, please be super nice to one another. Go hug your mom today. High five your good buddies, and be young, have fun, smash racism. Thanks for watching, guys.